in the future in our all locations, including the factory. And the second one is about the products. And we are going to reduce the size or weight of the products. Also, we use more recycled materials. And also, we try to extend the usage of the product. Okay. And third point, probably this is quite unique for Epson. We reduce the carbon emission at end user side. And the shift from laser to inkjet in the office market is a typical one. Because of our very unique heat-free inkjet technology, there is a huge opportunity for us to contribute for many business customers. Okay. Also, the last one is our technology development. Also, we have quite a good opportunity in this area. For example, we have dry fiber technology. With this technology, we can recycle the paper without using almost no water. Okay. Actually,
a sample.
yes. My name card is created by this technology. We use the printed paper, and by the dry fiber technology, we reproduce this paper and printed by our own inkjet. This kind of thing is happening already in Japanese market and some others. And also we have a recycling process for metals. So it may take time to realize the big result, but we have huge opportunities, I believe.
Okay, thank you very much. I mean, 2050 is a long way to go, but starting right now is necessary for us to take those leaps forward into the future. Now, this next question, I believe, comes from one of our online viewers. For Ms. Kusama, what industries and segments is Epson looking at to drive 2023 growth?
Okay, so we reached strong growth in last year, especially from B2B product segments, that is business inkjet printers, business projectors, large format printers, CAD printers, and also textile printers. And I see in this 2023 our strong growth of B2B business segment, especially from demand from corporate and government customers, will continue. And what's new in 2023, we will have a better condition for product supply for B2C product, that is home printers, also POS printers. So 2023, I can expect strong growth from both B2B, also B2C.
Okay, and that's what we actually saw during the products that were shown to us a while ago, right? A lot of things to look forward to this 2023. Now, we have another question for Siu Jin Kiat. Why should businesses choose, why should businesses choose sustainable products?
I think the slant of businesses towards sustainable products, I think is this awareness of sustainability and the impact it has for us into the future, not just from consumers, but also from government regulations and so forth. I think many of the countries we are seeing stock markets requiring listed companies to talk about their ESGs, the environment, social and governance kind of activities that they have in the organization and how they are addressing this. I think one of the key things, of course, is the environment. And as I mentioned, this push from consumers as well as government needs is driving companies towards this sustainability path. And I think it's important for all of us to be aware that I think if the companies, given its kind of economic capabilities, do not change the way we operate, then I think it doesn't spell a very good future for us or for the kids into the future. So I think that's where the companies are coming from, and then why we are trying to adopt more sustainable practices as well as more environmentally friendly products. And I think that's where I think we've been trying to position ourselves, the products that we have available, not just about the printers, but as Mr. Kubota has mentioned, we've also got the paper lab, which actually recycles used paper. And then you can get all this recycled paper. And we believe that we are able to have printers, and let's say with the paper lab, we are able to have a closed loop kind of economy. And I think we are strongly positioning ourselves to be able to address those requirements in the marketplace. Yeah.
Definitely, after everything we've heard, Epson is leading this, right, into a future that is sustainable for everybody. Because if you look at the past few years, people have been made aware of what the planet needs, especially the pandemic, the efforts on reducing a lot of the emissions and sustainability and all of that. But now it's so nice to see that it's not just an awareness, but an action taking place, and Epson is leading that with everything that we have seen today. So thank you very much.
Right. Just to add, I think it's important for organizations to actually not just talk the talk, but to walk the walk. Yeah? And I think we are putting ourselves out there, right, to try to make this happen and hopefully create a better world in the future. Yeah?
Agree. Okay, now this is another question for Ms. Kusama. How has Epson established a strong presence here in the Philippines since the beginning of its operations in 1998?
Okay, so we started operation in Philippines 1998, and within a few years, we became a billion peso company. Why? Of course, number one, the Epson superior products from our efficient, compact and precise technology. And of course, another factor is customer-oriented business management by our hardworking employees and also our business partners here in Philippines. I really appreciate our predecessors hardworking here in Philippines, and I'm committed to continue to do so in upcoming years. Thank you very much.
Thank you. We have another question, and I believe it's for you once again, Mr. Jinkiat. What are major differentiators of this new line of printers, and what makes them sustainable compared to other current printers in the market?
Yeah, the new line of printers that we announced today for the business inkjets, as explained, it covers this speed range that we previously didn't have. So I think with this new range of printers, we've covered the whole gamut of office printers in terms of speed that's required in the marketplace. And we know that historically this business printing space has been dominated by laser type copiers or laser printers. And we believe that with our new speed printers, we are able to be an answer or to replace that space that the lasers used to dominate. Of course, why would you want to replace the lasers that are already there? I think it's because of the unique technologies that are inherent in these printers. We spoke a lot about the heat-free technology, which is a unique technology that we have. It's an inkjet technology, which doesn't require heat. For lasers, right, just for the audience understanding, in order to get a print on the paper for laser, it's like iron on. You need to have an iron on. In order to iron on the image of the t-shirt, you need heat. Yeah? Epson ink just basically just place inks onto the paper without the use of heat. Or, because of that, we are able to be 85% more energy efficient, 85% less carbon emitted. And I think if you look at that space that we have to address we would be able to really improve the environmental impact if that base of laser clad printers all change to inkjets. And I think there's a strong value proposition for the market to consider, right, in terms of what we are able to offer and how, in terms of their sustainability efforts, adopting such products can help to change the world.
Thank you. But this next question actually springs forth from just your answer, and this one is for Mr. Kubota. How will Epson implement the phasing out of laser printers to fully transition into inkjet printers, as you mentioned in your talk earlier?
Okay, we already have a plan to make the transition, and we discussed with our manufacturing partners for laser printers. Of course, we are going to supply parts, maintenance parts, and consumables for many years. So I think now we have very good transition plan. In terms of our business growth, okay, I think it is very important for us to appeal or communicate the benefit of inkjet. Otherwise, our revenue may go down. So currently, actually, many people don't know the difference of laser and inkjet. So we have to clearly communicate the benefit of Epson. And I'm very happy to have this kind of opportunity for us to talk about this with you. And we will keep communicating the benefit of inkjet to the public. Okay.
Thank you very much. But I believe actually this next question for Kubota-san, he was already able to answer that, why we're moving from laser printers and focusing to inkjet printers. So let's proceed with the next one. But this is still from Aaron Ronquillo of the Manila Times to Kusama-san. Has Epson Philippines listed down its CSR activities for the year? If yes, what would they be?
Okay, so our CSR activities for the year, as I presented in our presentation, we are committed to contribute to local society together with the like-minded organization like WWF. For one of our key activities in this year is to start the food shed activities for low-income communities. That is one. And also, together with our headquarters in Singapore, we will seek the new CSR activities with expanded budget for CSR towards the next fiscal year. However, as of today, we have no, I can't say any specific CSR activities utilizing our budget for next fiscal year. So once we fix the direction, I want to again let you, our media partners, know about our plan.
Okay, so a lot to look forward to. But now this is for Kubota-san. Is there a resistance from businesses to shift to heat-free technology, and how would you encourage them to actually do this?
Okay, this is very interesting question. Okay, I don't think there is a resistance, but there is a kind of old perception on the inkjet technology, because we started using inkjet for the home and Soho printers, which is smaller, or the printing speed is not so fast. So many people think that inkjet is not for the office high-speed printing. But now, because of the technology development, with the line inkjet technology, actually inkjet is, I would say inkjet is faster than the laser. Okay, so, also, some people think that the ink may bleed with the water. Of course, this is not true. With the pigment ink, it is okay, no problem with water. But many people think this, have this kind of perception. So we have to communicate to convert this perception to the real benefit of the latest inkjet technology. Okay.
Yeah, so it's when you talk about heat-free, right? Not a lot of businesses are even aware about the benefits of heat-free technology. So it begins with an awareness and them being open to it and hopefully transitioning them into this heat-free technology that Epson offers. So I have another question. This is for Ms. Kusama. What is your outlook for Epson in the Philippine market? Excited?
Okay, of course excited. Considering the strong growth in Philippine economy itself, and also considering our strong growth result last year, I'm quite optimistic that our customers will continue to choose us as their partners for sustainable printing solution and other business solutions. So I continue to, we, Epson Philippines, will continue to our investment in Philippine market, as well as a head of Epson Philippines, I'm committed to invest to our people as well.
Thank you very much. Okay, this is for Mr. Jikyat. In a paperless world, is there really still a business for printing? And where does Epson see its business opportunities?
Yeah, thanks for a very interesting question, because I think many of the media conferences that we've been in, we've been asked the same question about going digital and things going paperless. We believe that printing will still happen, even though into the midterm some printing decline might happen. But I think it's important that as a responsible company, we provide a responsible way to print, which is why we are heavily promoting this heat-free technology because of its environmental benefits. I think Epson has traditionally been very strong in the retail and the small home, small office space. And I think there's opportunities for us still in the corporate area. The products that we introduced today, the segment that we're addressing, I think our presence is still not so big. I think there's opportunities there. The scalability of inkjet technology into other forms of printing, there's a lot of opportunities. What we're talking about are like in labels or in textile printing, which we are heavily involved in. Those are huge opportunities of growth because the markets are shifting from analog to digital. And in the digital space, I think Epson is very well positioned. In fact, for textile printing, right, as you've seen in the video earlier on, we are not only able to print on t-shirts, we can do dye sublimation, printing on your basketball jerseys. And then now we've got big industrial machines that goes into like factories that print directly on the fabrics. So pattern shirts or dresses and all, you can actually print directly onto them now. And I think those are the growth opportunities that we are looking at. And I think this region, we are very poised for growth into those areas. So I think the opportunities for growth is there. And I think we've got the technology and the products to sustain that kind of growth into the long term.
Definitely. Thank you very much. This is for Kubota-san, because we have been talking about sustainability and sustainable action. How big is Epson's investment into sustainability efforts?
The scale of our investment in this area is around 100 billion yen or 40, maybe 42?
42 billion pesos.
Billion peso. Actually, we have to do many things to achieve the challenging goal. So when we refresh the product, we always consider to minimize the size or weight or use more recycled material and so on. Also, as I explained, we have a big opportunity with the dry fiber technology or metal recycling technology. We will invest more and more in the future.
Thank you. I believe we still have a question from our online. And if you still want to send in your questions, the QR code is right there. This is for Mr. Kubota. Why did Epson make its official shift from laser printers to inkjet printers just last year in 2022, especially since we have known that laser printers have contributed to toner waste for years?
Okay, actually, we started doing this activity. From many years ago, we tried to switch from laser to inkjet for the office printing. But in the past, we couldn't have enough product lineup. So, but with the new workforce enterprise AM series, we have very strong product lineup now. So we decided to stop the sales of lasers. And actually, looking for the future, the inkjet technology or our heat-free technology has more room for improvement. So we will keep continuing the new product development for the future. Okay.
Okay, and now we're down to our last question, and this is for Mr. Jin Kiat. What will make customers who are currently using laser printers want to switch to inkjet printers, and would it be more cost effective or easier to use?
I think as Mr. Kubota has mentioned earlier, I think this issue about the switch from inkjets to lasers, right, has a lot to do with misconceptions that the market have about inkjet printing. I think, for example, the speed of an inkjet printer was never built as to be as fast as a laser printer. And I think when Mr. Kubota mentioned that, I think there were some doubts or question marks in the minds of some of the audience here. I saw you doing this because traditionally inkjet printers have always printed in this way. And what is so unique about the printers that we have now, the print head is just one line, right? So the paper just goes through. There's no more movement of it. So that's why we're able to print up to 100 ppm. And in fact, a lot of inkjet printers are used in the industrial space, showing how reliable it actually is. Right? So we've got reliability and we've got speed now. And of course, those are just functionalities of inkjets that are able to match lasers, which is, I think, one reason people might want to change. But more importantly, for inkjet printers, right, their total cost of ownership is actually much more cost effective than lasers because our printers come with very big ink packs that goes up to 50,000 pages, and you can have also you don't have to have so many like replacements because like toners used to run and you need to change the whole toner. So a lot of plastic waste is reduced. So I think the cost effectiveness, the environmental impact, and the efficiencies of the products, right, makes it hard for me to wonder why people do not change. I think when the awareness increase and the misconceptions are removed and they understand the real positive of inkjet printing, the market will shift. We've seen that shift already happen in the industrial and high-speed commercial area. We believe that shift will happen in the commercial space. In the small business and home space in the Philippines, I think it has totally shifted. The Philippines total printer market, 90% of it are inkjets, only 10% of it is lasers. I think the Filipinos have already been aware of this. I think we just need to create more awareness and understanding of this, and I believe the market will eventually shift to a much more cost-effective, efficient, and environmentally friendly solution. Yeah.
So it's definitely a win-win when it comes to, cost effectivity and at the same time sustainability. And the fact that Mr. Kubota mentioned that they're spending 42 billion pesos when it comes to really just creating lines of products that help better the planet. So we know that the products that are new and that are coming will not just be good for the planet, but at the same time, the right kind of technology that we will all benefit from. And with that, let's give them all a round of applause.